Hi, I'm Henry. I work with Mr. Quik in Indianapolis, Indiana. Today we're going to go over a whole home inspection on your panel. So your main equipment in your garage for your 200 amp panel here. We're looking at an Eaton panel out in your garage today. What your panel does is it brings in the energy from the outside at your meter base and sends it throughout your home on all these breakers. Now the connection for the power going out is actually your bus bar, which is this metal bar behind all of the breakers that runs to the whole home. So your bus bar is one of the most important parts in your breaker panel system. What happens is over time bus bars start to decay, so they'll start to warp or discolor, and that's a sign that you're going to have shorting circuits from there on. Next step, what we would do when we're inspecting your panel is we're going to test the power coming into your home. Your main lines coming into your home, you have 3 legs coming in. So you have a feed leg 1, a feed leg 2, and your neutral coming into the home. Reading your feeds coming in, your 2 main feeds, your leg 1 and your leg 2, should read between 240 and 250 volts coming into the home. We do have 243 volts coming into your home here. When you're reading to a neutral, which is when you're trying to see if an energy is spiking by any chance, so if you're having any kind of surge throughout the home, you want to read to your neutral, and you should be reading 120 to 130 volts coming into the home. So one leg is running 122 volts coming in the home, the other leg should be running identical to that, and we have 121.6. So the power coming into the home is looking great. The next step is to see how the power going out into the home is looking, so you want to read off of some of your bigger breakers starting off here. The biggest breaker we have in the house right now is going to your AC unit, is this 40 amp breaker. How to see the size is they are labeled right here. This is a double pool 40, which means it's ran off of 2 prongs here. So I'm going to go to the main hot here and test out to your neutral bar on the side, and you should read 120 volts on my meter reader going out. We have 121.8, so the power going out to your AC unit is running correct. Looking at the problem that we got called out for today, we have a trip breaker going to your front entry lights. We have diagnosed that it was a shorted ground going to a hot, so it was touching on the other end. No issues within the panel. That is fixed now, so when we reset it, it should not trip again. And it held like it should. An electrical panel is a whole house system that holds all the energy for your home and feeds out to the main road. So all the power comes into your electrical panel and sends out into the whole home here. Designated through these breakers, your whole home is ran off of one electrical system or multiple depending on the size of your home. All electrical panels should be up to safety code, should not have any wear and tear, and should be checked yearly. That way you don't have any consequences down the road electrically. Without an electrical panel in your home, you will not have electricity through your home, so you won't be able to use any of the new gadgets that you love or any of the appliances that they have nowadays. So an electrical panel is a key importance to your home and living day to day. So some of the top problems that you'll see within electrical panels, and you're not going to see them today other than one of them. The first one that you do not see today is that we do not have surge protection within this panel. Surge protection is a newer device installed within the last 5 to 10 years that protects your home from surges coming from a power company. From a power company, every single day your house gets between 18 and 30 surges, and none of those surges are regulated. So what happens is if you get a surge that is too big for your panel and it makes it through the panel itself to your devices within the home, anything technology from your furnace all the way to your televisions, and it blows those televisions, there's no one for it to fall back onto. It is just your fault. The power company can't regulate it, so that just comes down to you. A surge protector qualifies as an insurance policy. So what we will do is we'll install a surge protector here at Mr. Quik, and it will tag into one of these breakers or put it on one of its own breakers, and anytime a surge comes into the panel, it regulates the surge to go out and send the proper amount of power out to each and every bit of units throughout your home. Another problem that is very common to see is that your panel has seen the end of its age. So a lifespan of a panel is between 20 and 30 years. After that, the panel will start to warp and you will have issues throughout your home electrically. The third problem that we see quite a bit is undersizing of panels. So you have too much equipment for your home for the size of panel out in your garage. There are several different sizes of panels, And to come out and calculate the size that you need for everything within your home is a major requirement nowadays, just to have safety and peace of mind going forward. So with what happened today on the ground touching a hot within your switch boxes in your office, the only way to prevent that going forward is to become a shape member with Mr. Quik. That way we can inspect things with inside boxes for you and not only look at the outsides or get a call when things are going wrong. That way you can think ahead of time and not have issues going forward. Going forward, to see if your electrical panel is up to code, you can always read your energy code bar on the front of your panel. It will tell you when the last time your panel was inspected. It will be filled out here at the bottom on the date and who the inspector was. So here your last code inspection was to 2012 and you had an inspection in 2015. So roughly 7 to 8 years ago you had your electrical panel inspected. So big perk of having Mr. Quik is we are same-day service. We show up on time, prompt, ready to do the job. If you ever have any issues, we work front door to back door. So no matter what's going on in your home, we'll get out here, we'll get you a quote and get it fixed for you. No one else provides the type of service that we have on getting there on time and having everything fixed as soon as possible. That way you're not worrying about problems over weeks.